Okay guys, so for today we're going to be making some jalapeno poppers from scratch. This is another low carb, side or snack that you can make to have on the go. I am just opening up some cream cheese here. It is full fat cream cheese that I got from Walmart. You want to make sure that this is at room temperature because it's easier to mix once it's at room temperature. And I only used one brick of cream cheese, like the full pack, and I think I made 10 jalapeno peppers total. So, you can kind of judge on how many that you want to make, but I only made 10 because it was just me and my 3 kids. And then I'm just going to take the sharp cheddar cheese, and the reason why I use the sharp cheddar cheese is because this way I don't have to add salt. And it also just, I think it gives it a better taste. So I just take a handful and put it in there to kind of mix it into the cream cheese. That way it holds everything together. Because if you were just to put the cream cheese right in the middle of those jalapenos, it would just simply bake out. I did sprinkle some garlic powder in there. That is the only seasoning that I have added to this recipe. And what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this really well until it's combined. It may take a little effort depending on how long you left your cream cheese out. And you just want to make sure that the cream cheese is thoroughly incorporated. That way whenever you do stuff the peppers, the cream cheese and the cheddar cheese melt together and it keeps everything in place, so you don't have, so your peppers just don't leak out all of the filling. Just keep mixing until it gets all in there. And before I started this, all I did was I cut the ends of the peppers off where the stem is. I split the pepper down the middle and I took out the seeds and any of the insides there. And then I just go ahead and put the cream cheese filling in the middle. And I put quite a lot on one side because I just like to take the other side and sandwich it together. You can do it on both sides if you want. That way you don't have to overfill and then try to judge how much to put in there. And then once you get that done, you're just going to take your other pepper and you're going to sandwich it together. It's a pretty painless process, and you're just going to put it on top and squish it together to make sure it stays in place. Okay, and then I am going to grab a piece of bacon. I have to cut the package open, but what I do with the bacon is I just get a classic cut bacon. I do not get a thick cut bacon because I think it would take way too long to cook, and then that's a really easy way for you, to have all your fillings spill out into your air fryer or oven, whichever you prefer to cook on. So I just got a classic cut bacon. It's Farmland brand, and I take a piece of it and I just wrap it around the jalapeno popper. And I'm going to show you what I do to also help kind of keep everything in place. That way I don't lose all the cream cheese and cheddar. I just simply take a slice of it, and as you can see there at the end, whenever I go to apply this, I actually put it over the end of the jalapeno popper. Okay, so I just put the end up, and I'm going to take the end of the bacon and I'm going to go over the top and push it in to hold everything in place, and then I'm going to kind of come in at an angle and just wrap the rest of the pepper up and make sure that all the sides are covered. Again, this really just prevents anything just from falling out of the pepper, because there's been times where I have cooked these and all of the filling has just baked right out of the center. So, and I just put the other end right over the top to make sure it's pushed in there and holds everything in place. And I'm going to go ahead and cook these in my air fryer. So I am going to go ahead and put the peppers on my air fryer tray. And, I want to make sure I'm putting them within a reasonable amount of space between them so that the bacon doesn't get stuck together. And then I just went ahead and made some more. I'm just going to continue to add these to my sheet until I get it completely filled up. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these in my air fryer. All my ends are covered with the bacon, as you can see. We're just going to close this up and we're going to bake it at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And I like to keep the light on in my air fryer just so I can make sure nothing's getting overcooked. It's almost time for them to come out. Yep, they look pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and plate those with the chicken that I made on the side. And that makes dinner tonight. It's a very simple and painless process and super easy. Thanks, guys.